Hi everyone. So this is your math video for today. It is Tuesday on um, October 13th. Okay. So today we did some fun stuff for 3-1. We did what's my rule, input and output charts. These are one of my favorite things. I love it. It's super fun. So these are called function machines. Okay. So we put a number in, we do the rule to it, and then it comes out a different number, okay? And sometimes we have to figure out, if we have the output side, we have to figure out what the opposite of the rule is to get the other side. So we'll get into that in just a minute. Okay, so we did table number 1 together in class, and then the rest of this you did in breakouts, okay? So we put 100 in, we subtracted 50 because that's my rule, and it comes out as a 50. We put a 50 in, subtract 50, and it comes out a 0. So if you see a blank area in your charts, that means you need to make up your own number. So I picked one, I picked 550. I put it in, subtract 50, it comes out at 500. Okay, so number 2, you needed to find the rule yourself. Okay, so you have to look at these different numbers and see if the rule works. Okay, so look at the first one. I have 14 and 23. Okay, so if I put a 14 in and it comes out at 23, how did I do that? So we together decided we were adding something. Okay. Some of us subtracted to figure out what it was that I was adding. Some of us counted up from 14 to 23. So you can go 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And that is 9. So we know that we're adding 9. Okay, so to double check, we can pick another number to see and make sure that that rule works for all of it. Okay, so we chose to look at 44 and 53. So let's count up 9 and see if we get to 53. So 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Yay, it worked. Okay, so plus 9 works for these. And then at the bottom, you made up your own. So I put 100 in there, and it came out as 109. Okay, number 3 gives you the rule, multiply by 2, so times 2. And you put in all your inputs, so 3 times 2 will come out as a 6. And if I did 6 times 2, it's going to come out as a 12. Okay, so if you don't know these off the top of your head, then you need to use that multiplication chart that we gave you in your folders. Okay, all right, and then down here you make up your own. I put a 9, so you put 9 times 2, that is 18. Okay, over here, that gives us subtract 30 as our rule, but oh no, we have all of the outputs. We needed to figure out what goes in to make these numbers, okay? So in order to figure that out, you have to do the opposite, okay, to get the other side. So if you have the outputs, you do the opposite to figure out the inputs. So if it says subtract 30 instead, you're going to add 30 to get the input. Okay, so let's see if it works. So we did this one in class. So let's do 50 plus 30. That would be 80. So let's just make sure it would work. If I put it in there, 80 minus 30, it's going to come out of 50. So that's how you know it works. Like 0 looks kind of funny. So here I'm going to add 30. I'm going to add 30, and I'm going to add 30 here. And then here is a blank one. You can start on this side and subtract 30 if you want to. So you can put in 100, subtract 30, and that would be a 70. It's up to you how you want to do that one. Okay. Number 5, we figured out the rule in class today, was times 10. Let's just double check. So here is my 2 and my 20. If I put a 2 inside, it's going to come out a 20. How did I do that? Okay. Someone said earlier, maybe we added 18. Okay. So we could either add 18 or times 10. So in order to figure out which rule it is, you have to go to another set and try it. So if I did 6 plus 18, it's not going to give me 60. But if I did 6 times 10, that one will give me 60. So that's how you know what the rule is. Okay, you have to try it on a couple of them. Okay, so this one, 7, put it in times 10, it's going to come out as 70. Okay, here is a blank one. You do your own. Okay. All right, now this one was also your own. So I made this one up myself. I did +5 as my rule. Okay, so I would put in 7 plus 5. So that would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I have 12. I'd put in a 12 plus 5 to it. That would be 17. So you get to do your own there. Okay, I'm going to show you the home link, which is exactly what you just did. It's just practice, more practice, and then I'll talk about the monster machines, okay? All right, so here is your home link. You have 4 of them to do. This one is your own. You get to do your own right here. You could do one of the ones you're doing for your monster machine if you want to. Okay, so this one says subtract 7. Okay, and they have all the inputs there for you. And all you need to do is your output. So it would be 14 in, subtract 7. It's going to come out as a 7. Okay, if I put a 7 in there, subtract 7 up, it's going to come out as a 0. Okay, so you do that for all of those. This one says multiply by 5. But look, I have some over here. And I need to figure out this one. Remember to do the opposite. If I'm going from the out to the in, I have to do the opposite. And we talked about the I can't talk. Opposite of multiply is to divide. Okay, so we divide by 5. Okay, so if I did 25 divided by 5, so that means 5 times what is 25? That would be 5. And to double check to see if you're right, put it in the machine. So 5 times 5, yep, that was right. Here's a 30. Divide by 5. So you have to think 5 times what equals 30. Okay, and that number will go here. All right, down here you have to figure out the rule. Okay, we're going to have to see if it's right with a couple of them. So we have 70 and a 100. Okay, so how did I get a 7? If I put in 70, how's it going to come out a 100? So maybe I added, okay, maybe I added 30. This is an option. So let's see if that works for the next set. So here's another set right here. So I have 90 and 120. Let's see, 120 minus 90. Let's see if that's 30. Yeah, it is. So that does work. So it's plus 30. So now you can plus 30 here. Put in 20 plus 30. It's going to come out a 50. Okay, here, make up your own. Okay, and here is the one you get to create. Your own rule, your own input and output. Okay, keep it at a plus, minus, multiply, or divide. Okay, you don't need to do greater than or less than or anything like that. All right, so just do a plus rule or a minus rule or a multiply rule or a dividing rule. All right, have fun. I love these. I think they're so fun. All right, so your monsters, okay, your monster machines. So we talked about these. I want you to name your monster machines too. So I named mine Mike's Number Muncher. Okay. So you're gonna, this is Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. I just drew him because he was really easy to draw. So here he is, and he's holding his input output chart, and his rule is times 5. Okay, so then you fill it in. Okay, another one you could be as creative as you want to. It doesn't have to be a monster, and you need to create 3 of them. All right. So let me think of one that I can draw really quickly. I'm going to draw a fish. I'm going to turn it over just a little bit here. Okay. And we'll give it an eye and a smile. It's like a goldfish. Okay. And I'm actually going to do my input and my output this way. And I'll put the rule in the tail. My rule is down here, and I'll have it be plus 3. Okay. There. Looks like fish bones, actually. So then I'm just going to put in some numbers. 9, let's do 25, it could be 42, 98, 107, and so on. And fill it all in. So then my rule is +3, so 9, 10, 11, 12. This would be 28, okay, and so on. So be creative with it, and then you need to do at least 3 of them and make sure you color them in nicely and take really clear pictures and try and get them in by Thursday evening or Friday morning before math class because we're going to do something with them during math on Friday. So please make sure you get them in. All right, have fun with these and this is you have a few days to do these, so you can do one today, one tomorrow, and then one final one on Thursday. I know a lot of you said, oh, I'm going to do 10. It's up to you. Start with the 3, and then if you have time and energy, you can do more. All right, have fun.